Hey guys, this is Big Games, and today I'm going to show you 5 tips that will help you progress in Command & Conquer's Rivals. And the first tip is going to be listening to important sounds. And the first one is when they make their harvester, and it sounds like this. If you hear that sound at the beginning of your game and only that sound, he's making a harvester and you're not getting rushed. And there's a second sound that you need to listen to very carefully, and then he's building a barracks or something else and then a unit, and that sounds like this. Okay, so one more time. Here is the sound if somebody only makes his harvester. And the sound if he makes a building and a unit to attack you. And keep in mind that even though if somebody's building a unit, doesn't always mean they will attack you, or they might have other plans, but be on the lookout and always have your sound on when playing this game. Tip number 2, rush or defend against a rush. Always check out who you're fighting and which units of the NOD or GDI can rush you. In this example, I'm on the left, the enemy on the right, and I heard the sound that he was making a unit before his harvester, and because it's not the most obvious rush is those motorbikes, so I make bazookas, and as you can see, he has no chance to attack my harvester. A second example of me fighting another GDI is I'm listening closely, and I thought he was making a harvester, but he was so fast clicking his making his tank, I didn't hear the difference. So still, I chose to go for a shockwave trooper, and then I noticed he was sending a tank towards me. As I waited with my harvester, I still had some money, and I could make some bazookas, so I again was able to counter his move for an early harvester destruction. Tip number 3, platform control. It's imperative that you pay attention to what's standing on what platforms and if you are in the advantage or not. So I have 2 examples here that I want to show you. In the first, I started out with some shockwave troopers and moving them towards the first platform before I started building my first harvester. So I started to take control just for a little bit. I wanted to scout out the enemy, and I noticed that he was only having bazookas, and I was like, okay, in this situation we both have barracks, we both have a harvester, I'm on the first platform, so if he wants to attack me, I'm ahead. Because, you know, if you're standing still and somebody's moving towards you, you will start doing the damage first, as you can see here. So platform control, at the moment, I got the control. And he moved for his second harvester in this case, which gives me more space to make more units. I don't care if he's trying to attack my harvester here, because I got another shockwave troopers and I'm going for platform control in the early game. I want the first missile. So I got the control. I'm gonna start putting pressure on his harvesters, because obviously he's going for attack or he's going for aircrafts or whatever, but I got the first missile, so boom, there you go, platform control. And the second example that I'm going to show you here is that I already took control of the first platform early game, so I was pretty confident that the first nuke would go my way. So at this point I noticed that he was building more shockwaves, but I chose for the second harvester. So I already knew that I would lose the middle eventually, because he would keep pushing for shockwave troopers. So I gave him control of the first nuclear missile, because you can easily win even though the first nuke just went off. So in the meantime, he's building a second harvester. I got my first Wolverine out there, and Wolverine, they eat infantry for breakfast, okay? So besides me clearing out the platform, clearing out the infantry, I regained control of the platform and of the second missile. The third and last example of platform control is using your harvester as a control mechanism, okay? So you're fighting at all platforms, just trying to push for the win. When it's 1-1, it's going to be very close, and then you're like, hey, I can just put my harvester on one platform and move a Widowmaker here to the left, and then you're just like a small second you win the game. All right? Alright, tip number 4 and 5, countering and pressure and control. In this example, it's me also against GDI, me on the right side. We're fighting for the middle and I'm just getting my ass whooped, but my Titan is strong enough to stay standing. So I'm in control at the moment, but he's sending Zuka guys, and okay, that's gonna be tough. So you're countering them with a Wolverine because, as we know, they eat infantry alive. I move my Titan backwards so he doesn't get damaged by those bazooka guys. And then for pressure, I attack his harvesters because he needs to counter that because he's losing income, and then I'll win the game. So pressuring and controlling my enemy and making sure that he needs to protect his harvesters keeps me control of the middle. But over here, it seems it's like a bad situation, but he's just moving across the platform, losing his unit, going after my Orca Bomber, which he can have. I mean, I don't care. I got money and I'm firing my nuke against him. It's 1-1, and I'll just pump out some more Wolverines while I take back control of the middle. I'm pulling off my Titan again to the center platform just for some extra support, especially for tanking. And now I got 2 Wolverines and a Titan, and it's very hard to lose in this case. So by countering the right units and putting pressure and controlling your enemy, it's the best way to win. So his harvesters are gone, he has no economy, I still have a good economy, there's no way he's gonna win. So this is just like a last resort that he's doing. So always focus on countering their units and controlling the platforms. And learn by your mistakes. So if you lose a game, watch it again and learn from it. I wish you the best of luck, guys. This is Big Games. If you like this video, please subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.